Pat didn't have a crazy game, and Mr. Pfizer, we kind of shut him down a little bit. He didn't have, his like.
CJ Stroud said, "Fuck it."
But why did it fall through?
Jeez.
D-Butt.
Jeez.
Sorry, guys.
Put the thing up. Put the thing up on the marquee. We are now 0 shows since our last effort.
Damn.
Yeah, take that down to 0. Boom. Hope you're happy, D-Butt.
Yeah. Was that fun for you, prick?
Last one of the year. Right hand up. It's on me, guys.
It wasn't even cool either.
No.
Like a non-confident one.
Yeah.
You
They
know,
probably didn't even hear it.
Dick Good hears everything. CJ Stroud, I think he's breaking like everybody's records right now. I think Cam Newton's the only one that he hasn't been able to surpass for some sort of record. He's a guy. Through the first 4 weeks, this dude's an NFL quarterback already. Growing pains don't seem to be real. The way they protected against Highsmith and TJ Watt, it's like the Houston Texans are in a completely different spot than they have been in a while. And D'Amico Ryans and the boys down there need to be incredibly proud. Congrats, CJ and the Texans. Whenever we go back to the draft process, and I don't want to have to do this, there was a lot of dumb shit getting said about you. There was a test that we had never heard about that got propelled into this thing. It almost felt like somebody was trying to kind of take you down the draft. At what moment did you realize that none of that mattered? The Texans didn't hear any of that noise. And did you ever have a doubt that you wouldn't be a great NFL quarterback?
No, sir. I actually I heard a quote Deion Sanders said a couple weeks ago. And shout out to Deion, what they're doing in Colorado.
Hell yeah.
But he was, I don't know verbatim what it was, but he was basically saying, man, y'all ain't making these. How you gonna break me? Like, so I've always been doubted my whole career since I've been in high school. And for me, my dad always taught me. He gave me a really, really strong quote I always use now: is comparison is a thief of joy. So I seen that how people were doing me, but I was like, man, if they weren't saying anything crazy, then it would probably be a problem. But for me, I don't try to let nothing. I don't try to prove anybody wrong. I want to prove myself right and people who believe in me right. Because if you try to prove everybody wrong, you'll be sleepless, restless, because everybody always gonna have something to say. And I always tell people, everybody knows how to be an NFL quarterback, be an offensive coordinator, be who we are and what we live every day. And I know y'all have lived that life. So for me, man, I just knew that if I put in the work and that I trust myself and I knew that God put me in the right situation, which I feel like he's done, man, I had nothing but success on the way, man. And so I'm super blessed to be able to have the mindset to let all that stuff go. And I don't care. Like, at the end of the day, those people have a job to do, and the more criticism they give out, the more they probably get paid. But I'm making them write a different story now.
Yes, absolutely. Don't look now. Baker Mayfield has been a reborn quarterback down there in that Bay of Tampa. Honestly, this team is seemingly going to be the NFC South representatives, and Baker Mayfield is about to have a 10-year career as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. All the stuff that happened before Tampa, there's a chance that we're never even going to talk about it because what Baker's potentially going to be able to do down here in Tampa. But how happy are you about life right now as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer quarterback?
I'm loving it. I mean, I think that's an understatement, but it's a great organization. The people are great. They know how to win. They know that it's all about winning. So I'm having fun again. I was telling people, it kind of reminds me back at Oklahoma. It's just get the best guys in the field, all about football, no BS, and let's just get after it.
You and Odell friends?
We're good now.
Okay. I didn't even know if I wanted to ask that, just because I don't want to put you in an awkward position because we're going into bye week, got game day tomorrow. We got great things going on. You're at your best ever. That was the little hesitancy as I was thinking.
No, we're good now. And that's part of me growing as a person. I think normally I would hold a lot of grudges, but no, we're good. We squashed that.
That's awesome to hear.
Yeah.
Happy you two are getting along.
Yeah.
I don't know what the song's called. I think it's called Maria, Say It Loud or something like that. And you got to go to about 1:06 into it. But the Indianapolis Colts have found their stadium song, and it is glorious.
People actually get out of their seats for once?
Not just out of their
people dancing.
We're talking people that probably haven't danced in years.
I think there's some sentiment that there's some sort of moral victory out there that we hung with the champs and that our defense played well. Pat didn't have a crazy game, and Mr. Pfizer, we kind of shut him down a little bit. He didn't have, his like crazy impact game. Obviously, he had, some yards and stuff, but I felt like for the most part, we played really tough on defense, especially the last 3 quarters, and that was important for us. Offensively, we got some ways to go. but I felt like we showed a lot of improvement. But we got to keep sticking together. And
Number 5 overall trend, number 6 overall trend, just here on a random Wednesday.
I can't wait to scroll through that Mr. Pfizer tab. Holy shit.
You did talk to Mr. Pfizer. You talked to Travis pregame, and obviously that was recorded. What were you talking about here? Were you talking about different vacs and what's potentially the one for you? Or were you talking about his season? Were you talking about his life? What was the conversation like?
I think some things need to be left on the field. It's actually a better story, probably left up to the imagination. I saw some different things about speculation on what we were talking about, but I've known him for a long time, and it was just a quick chat. I got to see him and got to have a quick chat with Pat about how every time we're supposed to play each other. 1 year he got hurt, 1 year I had COVID toe, and then obviously this year. But
how good did that feel coming out, Mr. Pfizer? You've been planning on that?
No, I mean he's doing commercials for Pfizer, so I'm sure he's owning it.
2 Band-Aids.
He's doing a lot of others, too. He's got Lowe's. You could have called him Mr. Lowe's.
Mr. State Farm, Mulatto.
Chunky Soup.
Good
Junkie
Experian
Soup,
credit score.
Experian. You only saw one of them. You've been busy.
I haven't. I was watching the game. I couldn't hear the commercials, but
You saw one.
But I have.
How good did that feel coming out, Mr. Pfizer? You've been planning on that?
No, I mean he's doing commercials for Pfizer, so I'm sure he's owning it.
2 Band-Aids.
He's doing a lot of others, too. He's got Lowe's. You could have called him Mr. Lowe's.
Mr. State Farm, Mulatto.
Chunky Soup.
Experian. You only saw one of them. You've been busy.
I haven't. I was watching the game. I couldn't hear the commercials, but
You saw one.
but I have seen. I have seen him on.
Ari Mirov is reporting that Travis Kelce has answered to the Mr. Pfizer. Oh. I thought it was pretty good. With the mustache, I look like someone named Mr. Pfizer. Who knew I'd get into Vax Wars with Aaron Rodgers, man? Mr. Pfizer against the Johnson & Johnson family over there.
Okay.
Oh!
Good for him.
Kelsey says he's 1,000% comfortable with it. That's good news.
Love it.
I didn't know if we potentially...
Yeah, a little.
Made it worse. We don't like being a part of any.
No. Do you realize that what you're doing is blowing the minds of people in medicine? There's one sports medicine expert that basically said that you chose to use this particular ankle brace or boot to look cool, and in doing so, it was rather risky.
Number one, I had a deltoid issue, not just the torn Achilles. So the ankle brace actually helps me to walk a little bit better. I will address something else that I saw where somebody said, this is not the 1950s, this is normal. Listen, there's nothing normal about how I'm attacking this rehab. There is common practices about 6 weeks in a boot, and I was in a shoe in like 13 days. This is just my mindset. I believe in the power of intention. I believe in prayer. I believe in the way that your mental status and power of will. I believe in making room for the miraculous to happen. And I'm not talking about a woo-woo type of spirituality. I'm talking about sometimes miracles are just doing things that people never thought was possible. My mantra has been, just because something has never been done doesn't mean it's not possible. It just hasn't been done yet. So the impossible often is looked at as miraculous. So when I say leaving room for miracles, it's leaving room to do something that hasn't been done before.
Hell yeah. You just said some gospel right there, pal. There were some bars you just stacked up back to back to back.
Brock has done some great things. At some point, people are going to be like, okay, well, maybe it's not just that Kyle's a great play caller and he's got these weapons, but you still got a guy who's got to pull the trigger every single time and make decisions. And I watched the game a couple weeks ago, and I thought he made like 3 or 4 really high-level throws. Back shoulder throws and tight window throws and then a couple look-offs. I got nothing but praise for Brock and respect for the way he's played.
I think they're paying him like $940,000 too. That's the starting quarterback in the NFL for the Niners right now. That's quite a weapon for a GM and a team. I hope he gets paid, but the Niners are like, wow, he isn't being paid. Let's go and do our thing.
If you're chomping gum on the sideline, what flavor are you going with?
So there was a run there where I want Big Red, where I like the cinnamon taste, but now I'm mint.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm mint guy now, though.
Big League Chew.
Oh, smack the bag, yeah.
Man, I'm convinced nobody eats Big Red for fun.
If you smoke cigs, you chew Big Red to try to cover up the ciggy smell.
Amen, brother.
That's what it's for.
Go ahead, AJ.
TJ, what do you think when sorry, JJ?
Oh, geez.
Wow.
I mean, what? Is this the bit?
caught myself,
is this
too.
the bit now?
It is. I think
No,
it's a
maybe it will. It might turn into one, JJ.
right.
TJ's coach, Mike Tomlin.
Also fired up your ratings. It was fucking
JJ! You son of a bitch, JJ!
Yeah. Take him out of the Ring of Honor now.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
Anyways, the ratings through the roof.
Yeah, well, now you're trying to.
Yeah, too late.
Before we go any further, please, we have to update the marquee. This is just how this goes. There it is, JJ. Hope you're happy. Hope you're pumped up. Hey, those ratings are awesome. Let me drop an FCC fine in here. Thank you, JJ. Honestly, though, We appreciate the hell. You're a massive piece of this. Bunch of football fans. We're sick of seeing Taylor Swift. But we would like to let the Swifties know. Happy you're here. Travis even chatted about it on the New Heights podcast.
I think it's fun when they show who all is at the game. I think it brings a little bit more to the atmosphere, brings a little bit more to what you're watching. But at the same time, I think
they're overdoing it.
They're overdoing it a little bit, for sure. Especially my situation.
Right?
I think they're just trying to have fun with it. A lot of the people watching. Go ahead.
I just think the NFL is not used to celebrities coming to the games. NFL is like, oh, look at all these A-list celebrities in the game. Keep showing them, show them. Dude, listen. You show them once, let them know they're there. Maybe after a touchdown, you get a little clip, but you can't be overboard with it. Well, it was a lot.
If the NFL was to play this right, I don't think you would necessarily just turn off all football people, but we've already got to the point where football people are sick of hearing it. And us even talking about it right now, people are going to be pissed. But I think it's a good thing, ultimately, in the end for the NFL. But anytime you have these robots that have only operated in one way, oh, the number goes up and to the right when we do this right here, and then we're out of here, and then what's going on? We're getting a little. Is Wolverine up there? Who gives a fuck? That's how these people work. It's sad because I think they're going to be a great thing, but there's not a lot of people that feel that way here just 3 weeks into this potential public relations.
Sometimes it feels weird to not be affected by those motions and stuff, but
Hey, we muted you right now because we've been told that we'll get like a multiple $100,000 fine if that thing makes its way through our microphones. Happy to hear your phone's working. You'll be safe if like an alien invasion happens, anything like that. Is it still still going off?
I think it's good now. We're good.
We survived.
Wow. Not a zombie.
They're 2 minutes
2 minutes
off.
early.
What's the deal? I was told 2:20. Is that clock on? Is it 2:18 where you are?
Yeah.
Or 1:18?
1:18.
1:19.
1:18 for me.
2 minutes early.
This government, I'll tell you what.
What time's this 2 o'clock meeting?
People lost their
better early than late.
Yeah.
What is the hell?
Punctuality. Thanks a lot, Biden.
Better early. What's your problem?
It's on the government. Hey, look, it's on them. We're trying to prepare. You're screwing us up.
I mean, what is your problem? Sorry about that. You were in the middle of a great answer, and obviously the government said we're going to have to make sure everybody's prepared for when
they shut it down.
They shut it down. You shut it down, just like you've been doing. Congrats to the city of Indianapolis.
There's quite a situation. Momo, the monkey, escaped. It hurt a few people, but luckily we got him.
We have caught and compromised
Momo.
Momo had to have his head on a swivel last night for that particular part of town. I think Momo is much smarter than the average monkey because he ran by this camera and said, hey, get my good side. Momo's a showman, and we're happy he's okay. If you guys could have seen the reaction around Indianapolis about Momo being on the loose, this thing's so cute. We want to go meet Momo. They'd have sent a following up like, he has hurt people, but not with biting. I'm like, is this monkey doing jujitsu on people? How's he not hurting people if he's not biting them? Is he arm barring, choking things out?
I got big John Cena vibes from what Connor's announcement right there.
Thank you, Tony.
What was that from Bin Laden, right?
Yeah, it was from Bin Laden.
Very similar. Momo was kind of terrorizing a bad part of town here, and I don't know if anybody's ready for it.
But I feel damn proud to be an American.
I had tuna at a steakhouse, so I'm trying to stay in.
Man, you're the president of Ohio right now. This is inside voice. We do not need to say that. Let's move on. Don't say that. Did you get ketchup with that thing too, you Ohio?
I did.
Yeah.
Oh,
now you're back. We're back. Okay, I thought you lost your Ohio. Let's go to college.
I got a little present here for you. What? We have a tremendous amount of respect for you. This show's been great for us, so we're going to send you this Alabama shirt with your number on it.
I'm on Bama. Yeah. I'm on Bama. I got recruited. Is that a scholarship too? What to say? That's a scholarship. I got a scholarship to Bama.
Is that all you want? Is a scholarship? I mean, you don't want any name, image, or likeness deal to go with it?
But I appreciate that, Coach. Thank you. Alabama's been incredibly hospitable to us. We can't tell you how big of an honor it is to get to chat with you.
I want you guys to know something. I enjoy this too because you guys are all football people, and you ask football-related questions because you've all played, you've all been there, you've all done that. So I appreciate that, and it's fun for me. So I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, we hope you'll say that for the rest of the year. Evan Neal, tackle for the New York Giants, said these people that are judging us and booing us, what do they actually do, huh? They flip burgers. Well, we all knew as soon as a player takes a shot at the fans, there was going to be some responses. Yep. Here's from the Michael Kay show, a man named Dahn LaGreca.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I'd cut his ass. I would. How dare you? How dare you? These people pay your salary. They pay an obnoxious amount of money to park, an obnoxious amount of money for PSLs, to sit there and watch this pap, and you call them hamburger flippers? What, you're so much better? I'd rather have a guy that's flipping hamburgers blocked than your piece of garbage ass.
Oh!
Who the hell are you to talk to fans like that? You piece of garbage.
That's one of the greatest rants of all time. LaGreca said, I don't want to hear an apology. Well, there is one.
I'm remorseful. I definitely could have used a better choice of words. Coming from humble beginnings myself, I never want to belittle anyone, regardless of their financial status or their occupation. So I really just wanted to apologize for what I said.
To you beautiful people that have hung out with us for 3 hours, here on asphalt in the middle of Dallas, Texas, at the glorious Texas State Fair. Here's to a memory we'll cherish forever. You all are the best. There's a shoey happening. Let's have a great Red River Rivalry Showdown weekend. Cheers to you all. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Bud?